Hello there, welcome back. We're watching more Jujutsu Kaisen. Obviously, things are not going quite as well. Gojo being captured, sealed, torn away so easily because of a little distraction, mainly because seeing a revitalized and revived old friend, even if it was just a brain rattling around in that little skull case. But after almost so effortlessly capturing him, what about the rest of the people down in the underground? What about the sorceress, Yuji? We're probably not going to take kindly to Gojo just disappearing like that, so there's some more conflict. They're not exactly just going to waltz out of there and let all the normal civilians just run around freely. So what is next? Okay, we're getting into a... okay. I wondered why the machine startup would be a thing, but Mikimaru... setting these bits in place. Wait! Considering he knew about the kind of plan and what was going on, or at least partially, possibly, putting these around to help inform. Is there some of him still left in there? Having... oh, well, no society. But having the soul, as it were, fight back. Must be exciting to see this happen. How much is he going to lose control going forward? Having techniques based on worldviews and your outlook, not one profound view. The more that he revels in the victory, the more likely it is that Gojo might be able to do something about it, or he'll get help coming. Okay, and I die. I wonder if it's weighted properly. And then what? Unless he kills himself. Is there a way out once you're inside? Or is it until someone else comes along and unbinds it? And if they can get out, it's not much of a sealing gate, is it? I'm guessing that they are just held indefinitely, but does A, time pass normally? Can they be sealed for hundreds, if not thousands of years? And B, I've forgotten what my B was. Oh yeah, but can the seal be undone by, say, his name? It's not Ghetto. Did we get a name of the brain? But can he get released if he wishes it to be? I really do want to see all of the others get involved in some form or fashion, though, so the sealing of Gojo, potentially word getting out about it thanks to Mekamaru's earpieces. And we're now going to have a rush to see who can get there and make the biggest impact. Or take a nap, yeah, that works as well. Mm-hmm. So, confirmation, yep, fully dead. But left pieces behind after. Gotcha. So they can only start if he has been sealed. So he just happened to pass. Could easily get. Yep. Easily can gain so much more with crows running around or flying around. Who could be coming down the line? But Mekamaru leaving behind these insurance pieces. Probably these two. But yeah, Mekamaru leaving behind these things here. How does he have anything else that, apart from just informing them about the plans and Gojo and whatnot? Has he left anything else? Great. Of varying intensities and reasons for being put down. Which would be the highest priorities to start lifting? What about the assistants out there? Are they helping to keep together the information network and guide people around? Considering they're not really too helpful in a combat situation, as we saw with the grasshopper. Okay. Create an opportunity. The unwrapping of the weaponry there. And with such a look of glee as well. And the fact that putting a bit of himself in these things here, be able to respond to any questions, not just a mere set answers and just to give. Oh, excuse me. The dog is a curse user, or is it just? Ah, they're back. Took a little longer for them to come around than. Is he fighting back even while trapped inside? They can't just do as they please. Turning the eyes a nice blue. He doesn't seem too upset by it, let's be fair. Is he just having a bit of a nap and a break now? Leave it in everyone else's hands. Yeah, okay, they are just kind of enjoying the time on the outside, not without getting too involved just yet. Well, if we've got the big names being brought down to help join it. Didn't even let him talk. He is providing a lot to this conversation. They've definitely worked things out in case they run into pretty much any one of these sorcerers. How many of them do we actually have to worry for? In they go. And the last to enter was Panda's tail. Oh no, is that the one we saw long before? Who was he fighting then? Not the advisor, dude. He's been doing such a good job. Well, he's taken quite a few stabs there. Maybe if he wasn't, silently attacking from behind. Who is this? And yeah, this is the character I thought it was when we saw spinning the sword around him with the hair. Why is it so heavy all of a sudden? Now, who's in the... He managed to sense our little Mechamaru drone. You've tracked down where they were, and they can't move. Yeah, good enough. Good enough response there. Why, huh? Because it's Satoru. Does he know where they all are and quite the scene in here. And they actually now turning their attention over to him. That's good. Some civilians in Picos that aren't exactly completely doomed. Seeing him in action, though, taking down some of the lesser beings that have been, afflicted by the idol transformation. He has some jumps being able to get up the building. Is he just going to shout? Yep, just holler loud enough, and no matter where they are, they'll be able to. Be able to get the message of what he's trying to pass along. And along with everyone else. Good thing he can think on his feet there. The plans have changed. If Gojo's been sealed, immediate action needs to be taken. Are they going to take steps forward and face them head on first? Give them a bit more time? He's got his own plan. He doesn't care about Sukuna or any of that. I mean, if they have their fun with him and try and kill him anyway, awaken Sukuna. So why not try to win anyway and have some fun, right? Is that what they're saying? Rather than assure victory. Just let them do it themselves. Enjoying some time in the bath. And yeah, who's to say that he would actually be on their side should they join forces or at least attempt to? In a certain sense, at least they are very true to themselves. Not trying to hide anything of what they are. Do they really have the time, though, to pass all of this bullshit between themselves? Have a race to kill Itadori, or should they actually think of a proper plan? Go out there and enact it? His main task right now is making sure nothing actually happens to this prison. So what happens if they actually get someone in who can... Oh, he's off as well. Yeah, they are... hiding amongst the humans there. How far are they going to go now? So what, this was just a verbal promise, not an actual contract or anything? Are they now going to join forces? Being played for fools? How long is he going to be shouting? Right. Was he just too focused on hearing the echoes of his own voice? The thing that's living within. Using his body as a glove, as it were. Go down and through the tunnels? Why not all of the above all at once? Is he going to be paid overtime for this? He's going to do something. I like him. Just while the conversation is taking place, I've got some time to pet the cat. He's leaving them in his care. He's so proud he's been given such a big task. It's currently a one. Well, true, if he goes down, there's a lot that goes with it, but. And what does. Oh. Are we going to have an influx of more cursed spirits being born thanks to this void? So there is a war in front of them if they don't get started now. I like that shot. Operation Save Gojo. The fall of humans thanks to one man's absence. It's not all too surprising when it's him and everything that he stands for and has managed to do. This was quite an interesting little episode. How much more help can Mechamaru do? What happens when the battery runs out on the little communicator? If this is the last fragment of him, does he have any words to pass on to a certain character? One that was trying to talk to him so vehemently on the sofa? And much like the public servant advisor dude, how many others are we going to be cautious of losing? Who's in the firing line? This should be a disaster. Couldn't come up with a better time. Things are going so well, aren't they? Like his hair. Are they going to step up and cause a few issues as well? I think the most kind of thought-provoking bit of this entire episode was maybe the bit that was meant to be having Geto's body move of its own accord, not to its new host and brain. Wanting to reclaim it for itself, to stop what it's trying to do. Where exactly does the soul reside, and how long after death does it still just squat, I guess. But from here on out, are we just going to now have to rely on the strength of the sorcerers, the schools and what they've taught them? With Gojo being out of the picture, sure, him staying on the battlefield and wreaking havoc from inside would make the entire point slightly moot for everyone on the outside. Wouldn't really need to get too involved. But now on a rescue mission, as well as tearing down the veils and stopping the cursed spirits and curse users, I do hope we get to see one or two that make a name for themselves, whether or not just via normal actions or are really trying to prove something. Some of the things here, sure, we're getting a little bit of combat. We got usually go forth, break through the barrier through it with his face, just run right through it, stop a bunch of the idols, transform people from attacking random civilians, but that wasn't his main goal. His main goal was just to get on top of the building and shout loudly, pass on the message and all. Good thing his lungs are so good. But when we've got the likes of Nanami and anyone else that it showed off actually getting involved and starting in on their own little fights and combats, there are certain ones I really want to see. And hopefully it's actually going to be animated quite well without the insistence on protecting our poor little eyes with some of that extra ghosting. Really did kind of ruin that fight. But how long is Gojo going to take a nap inside the skeleton realm? Little prison for him. As it is now resting firmly within the concrete of the subway station, crying and with bright blue eyes. Who would have thought he had that much influence on it? They really didn't think that he'd be that much trouble once sealed. This is a clusterfuck, really, with multiple veils down, trying to go through them all simultaneously while also make sure they don't do anything with Gojo and free him from the seal. Who's going to get caught up where? Where are they going to lay some traps? And what about the outside? Considering they've got those that are hunting down all of the assistants and the like. Or anyone in a suit. Bad day to get dressed up. Good thing I can almost never be formal. But even in death, he still serves. Mekamaru has done quite well, laying these things in advance. Putting it down, well, usually was not very likely to ever have passed on information or be a traitor or anything, so he was a good fit. Plus, he's the most willing to go and help Gojo or anyone else, so. But since Mekamaru stated his death, and with Geto's hand reviving, how many more are we going to have a slight disconnect of when the body and soul perishes? What does it mean to carry on or do stuff from beyond the grave? I wonder if that's actually going to be mentioned at all. If cursed spirits and one are born from heavy emotions, can we have something that is so strong and they get born again, anew? Well, I want to see Bandana Keep's assignment where he's looking after those two, under the recognition from Nanami that he can rein them in, do a little managerial work. I want to see how it gets on. Unfortunately, I can't even binge watch because it's not even the next one out yet. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. Let me know if you have. Leave a like or a comment down below. Consider subscribing onto the channel if I've entertained you in the slightest, or if you just really like Jujutsu Kaisen. But if you also want to if you haven't already at least, check down in the description for any links. There should be one for my Discord if you want to continue the conversation over there. But for now, definitely get yourselves a bit of rest. having Geto's two little fans slink away amongst the crowd, who are they going to meet up with? Is their final blow going to be dealt with from those girls? Give back the body, after all. But enough about that. Get some rest so that I can see you in the next one. If you would like to seal me into a gate of my own design, consider joining onto my Patreon, because I have firmly trapped myself into the realms of watching anime, not one I can really easily escape from. Especially thanks to the likes of Noku, Raywin, Sao, Shiwan, Guado, Tori Jane, Croyville, Kite, Light Wasted 91, Mega 42, Diego Zenhausen, Maxwell Cardboard, and everyone else. Because if it wasn't for them, I might be off doing something productive. Well, we all know that's a lie, but if you would like to force my hand as well, consider joining on.